your girl Asia and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm basically going to be showing you guys how I install my lace front wigs. I did go ahead and start off by putting on my bowl cap. I pulled it over two of my ears and then I went ahead, took my small scissors and just cut two holes in it. Next you'll see me putting on the glue, which is basically just to melt that cap in. I don't really like to use Got2b spray just because I feel like it doesn't give you that melt. So I go ahead with my glue, a very thin layer. Then I just go ahead and smoothen that out with a popsicle stick. Okay, y'all, so I went ahead with my blow dryer on a cool setting speed too and just blow dried that until it was completely dry and clear. Okay, y'all, so this is just me jamming out to my music, but you're gonna go ahead and take your small scissors or your eyebrow razor, whatever you're using. I honestly just feel like small scissors, like the little eyebrow scissors, just work so much better than anything else. But you're gonna go ahead and just cut off all of that extra bowl cap that you just don't need. And you're gonna cut right across the hairline, right where that glue is that you basically just melted into your scalp. Alright, y'all, so I took those two little pieces in the back and basically tied them in the back in a knot, but you don't want to tie it too tight to where it's cutting off your circulation. Then I went ahead with my foundation and a brush and just put that onto the cap to where it could look like scalp, obviously. I did try to use a beauty blender. It didn't work for me. So I went back to using the brush and then I went ahead and only put it on the front of my head, and then since I was already doing the middle part, I just did the middle section. During this process, you do want to make sure that your foundation or the powder that you are using is the same match as your skin color so it can look like your scalp. Then I went in with my rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad or a cotton ball, whatever you can use. And you're just going to go ahead and wipe off all of that extra makeup and all that grease and oils that are just sitting on your forehead. Alright, y'all, so this is the wig that I will be installing. It is a 613 wig that I dyed pink, and it is a 13 by 4, 30 inches, all that good stuff. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put that same makeup that I put on my ball cap on the inside of the lace. Now this is just me fitting the wig, basically seeing if I need to go adjust the bands in the back, which I did because they were too loose. So I went ahead and just tightened it up. Now with this process, you do want to make sure that the wig is fitting you properly, because if the wig is too loose or too tight, it's going to be uncomfortable on you. So you do want to make sure that you're very comfortable with this. Okay, so I'm just adjusting the clips in the bag, making sure the wig is fitting properly. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just cut off all of that extra lace just so I can actually see what I'm doing, because if you got that lace in your face, girl, you're not gonna be able to see anything. So cut off that extra lace, but don't cut too close to the hairline. Just cut to the point where you can actually see what you're doing. Now right here, I'm basically just hot combing back the flyaways so I can, see what's going on. You need to see before you do anything. All right, y'all, let me tell you something. So I am super terrified, scared, scaredy cat, whatever you want to call me. I am super scared of these hot combs. Like, I burnt myself countless times with this hot comb. It's like, it's ridiculous. That's just what it is. But it is essential for a wig install. Like, if you're trying to start your wig journey or you're just trying to install a wig, a hot comb is needed. So if you don't have one, baby, you need to go get one. Alright, so after getting rid of all of the flyaways, you're going to go ahead and take your wig, make sure it's even, and you want to place it to where you're going to lay it. And I did go ahead and pluck out all of that hair that was just extra close to my brows, just because I didn't want it to be touching or near my brows. Like, I do have a low hairline, so I do like to customize my wig, and I advise that anybody who is starting to do wigs customize their wig so it can fit your hairline, because I don't understand who made up this rule of one size fits all with wigs, but one size does not fit all. So I went ahead and just plucked all of that extra hair that was just close to my brows. Alright, so now that we plucked all of the unwanted hair, we're going to go ahead and just cut off our ear tabs so our ears can be out and shown and not squished under the lace. You're going to go ahead, take your comb, and basically part out the part where your ear is. I like to go in an upwards motion, upwards position, just because it's easier. And then my scissors are curved, so maybe that's a little tip and trick. Try to have curved scissors, and you're just going to basically cut until you hit the track, or just cut all the way around, but do not cut the track, only cut the lace. And just like that, you should be able to see your ear. And then we're going to go ahead, make sure that it's even on the other side, and then go ahead and just cut the other side. Okay, y'all, so I was low-key struggling to see just because like the mirror that I have is kind of small, but I did go ahead and cut. I took my time. Now, y'all, I did get frustrated and literally just rip off that piece, but don't be like me, okay? Just don't be like me. Okay, y'all, so I basically flipped back the lace just a little bit so I can see my hairline, and then I went ahead with the same glue that I used for my ball cap, and I went ahead and put that right on the line of the ball cap and just sort of in front of it. And then I went ahead with my popsicle stick and smoothed out to make it a very even layer. Now I feel like the way that you apply and smooth out the glue is very important. You do want to make sure that you're applying the glue very evenly, and then that you're smoothing it out evenly as well. So when it comes to the drying process, it can all dry at the same time. Now I did go ahead with my blow dryer on the same cool setting and dry it until it was clear. Now you do want to make sure that the glue is dried clear before you apply any other layers. If you apply more glue while the layers are still wet, it's just going to come out a hot mess. So be sure that the layers are clear before you apply another layer. Okay, y'all, so this is 3 layers later. You see how it's clear, almost clear, tacky. That's how you want it. Now you're just gonna go ahead, pull the lace, and you're just gonna place that right where you want it to lay. This part is very important too because you don't want to place the lace or the wig and the hairline on the wrong spot. So to make sure that you're putting that on the glue, and then you're gonna go ahead with a comb and you're gonna brush that and press it in at the same time, making sure that everything is laid down and stuck properly. Okay, y'all, so if you pay close attention, you can see that a lot of the flyaways are coming back. So I did go ahead with my hot comb and just hot combed everything back just to get all of the hair out of the way, because this is the part where we're going to melt our lace. So you do want to make sure that there's no loose hairs going to be going in the way or anything like that. So go ahead and just hot comb your hair back, and then we're going to go ahead with our elastic band and just let that sit there as we style our hair. When putting on the elastic band, you do want to make sure that it's on tight or at least snug so that it can melt into your skin. But I did go ahead and cover my hairline. You want to make sure that you are covering your hairline. And then I went ahead and just parted my hair down the middle. I told you I was doing a middle part. And then I straightened the hair. Now, I did not include that in this video just because I didn't want you guys sitting around for like an hour. But you do want to let that elastic band sit and melt in for at least an hour. Now before I put any heat to the hair, I did go ahead and put some heat protectant in it just because it is human hair, you know. You want to be able to reuse the wig without it, you know, being burnt or smelling burnt or none of that. But I did go ahead flat iron the whole wig out. Took forever, but we did make it, y'all. Alright, so this is just it being halfway done. As you can see, the right side is straight and the left side is not. And I did go ahead and skip through everything. So now both sides are straightened. And then I did go ahead and hot comb the top of the head. Because as you can see, it's puffy on top. You don't want it to be puffy. You want it to be flat, 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 flat. Now, if you look right here, you could see that I used a wax stick and then I went ahead with the hot comb. You honestly don't need to use a wax stick, but you can. I just think it adds that little extra oomph. But then after I laid down the wig and everything, took off that elastic band, as you can see, I was stressed. My ears was hurting. Yes, your ears need to hurt. If your ears aren't hurting, put it back on. And then I went ahead and just cut off all of that extra lace. The cutting process is also very important of the install. You do want to make sure that you're using either an eyebrow razor or the same scissors, the eyebrow scissors that I'm using. And then you're going to go ahead and just cut around the hairline the same way we did for the ball cap. But you want to try not to peel back that lace just because like you put the glue there, you laid it down, you let it sit, simmer, all of that. And for you to pull it back kind of just ruined it almost. But you're going to go ahead and just cut around all of the lace. It's okay to cut off some of the hair, but you do not want to be sitting there cutting off all of the hair. Like as you can see right here, I cut off some of the hair just because it wasn't laid down by the glue. It doesn't need to be there. So just be careful with it, but go ahead and just cut that all off. Alright, y'all, so this next step is a must. You literally cannot skip this step if you want your lace to be melted. You're going to go ahead, take your melting spray, spritz, holding spray, whatever you can use or whatever you have. You're going to go ahead, put that on your finger, and basically dab that in right where the lace meets the skin. Then you're going to go ahead with your blow dryer on a cool setting, just for a couple seconds, dry it, not too long, and then you're going to go ahead and put your elastic band back on. During this time, you can honestly just do whatever. I went ahead and just hot combed my hair again just to get it flat flat, but you can go wash the dishes, clean your room, just do something, and honestly just forget that the elastic band is there. I feel like the longer it's sitting there, the more melted it would become. So just do whatever. You can restyle your hair, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so around 30 minutes later, I did go ahead and take off the elastic band because my ears were hurting like really bad. So I just took it off. And then I just went ahead, took my comb, and just took out the edges that I wanted to be out, obviously. The edges on the top. I didn't want any in the middle, so I didn't do any in the middle. And then I did the ones by my sideburns. Okay, then I went ahead with the same scissors and I basically just cut them in a diagonal motion and cut off all the little flyaways that somehow just didn't get cut. Then I went ahead, took my edge brush, took some gel. I don't curl my edges with the a baby flat iron because I currently don't have one. It's on the way, y'all. It's on the way. And then I just went ahead and just basically created an edge with this C motion, as you can see. And then I went ahead and did the same thing with the little sideburn baby here as well. And then the other side, of course. So you can do your edges how you want to do your edges. This is just how I did mine. I like mine to be a little bit on the thinner side, not too thick. But y'all have fun with the experiment. Do what you like. Okay, so those were the edges laid, and I did go ahead and take that foundation and put it on the lace, trying to get it to blend more. And honestly, y'all, I put the wrong foundation on. I was supposed to put like a darker shade, a shade that kind of matched me. So this is just me with the rubbing alcohol, basically just taking it off, because now our lace looks ashy. But I did go ahead and fix it, y'all. So I just cleaned off the lace, and then I went ahead with my spritz and just put that all around the lace front, and then just put my elastic band back on and let that remelt. Hopefully it'll melt again. It wouldn't look ashy. So basically I did go ahead and do a double melt. I left the elastic band to sit for at least 20 minutes because I was in a rush. But this is the final look. Look at me, y'all. Feeling myself a little too much. But anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my social medias, all of that good stuff. And catch me in the next one.